Look at this one. Yeah, it actually came over here. It just saw me and flew down here and just walked right over. Maybe it likes people. Maybe it wants to be on camera. Turtles here usually get away before I get the chance to record them, but here's one that I'm far enough away from. I didn't believe it wasn't a turtle. Huh. The ones in Wisconsin are much less afraid of people. They'll just sit there. Huh. They made the last blackbird fly away. They can't be on the best terms, but that one's sticking around. Now this is really starting to feel more and more like a jungle. Got real vines and lizards run away every time you take a step. What all you think is hiding out here? Been a while since I've seen a McDonald's designed like this. Huh. No, the one hoop. Would it be more on McDonald's? I don't know, but yeah. Started A10. And here it is. Only the one here is a lot bigger than the ones in California or New York. So let's see. Even here got the gateway to outer space. NASA. Much quicker way to travel the country. And I'm guessing this is, yep, New York. Here's another example of how long someone can spend doing this stuff. People you think are in there? San Francisco. Here we are. And here is DC. Ashbury, San Francisco. All that can make me think of is destroy all humans. Going through that. And I guess this would be Hollywood. Yep, Hollywood Boulevard. Much quicker way to get around the country. This is an epitome of what a man can do with Legos. Look at them all out here. If you spend building this, spend even longer. Boats, people, buildings, Ferris wheel, a cathedral, ship. What don't we got? The White House. And here we go. We got Europe too. Across the whole country and the ocean. Right here at Legoland. Enough. This really could pass for rock. And these are the legendary Cypress Gardens. And right through Legoland. And this is how Legoland caps off their garden. Look at this behemoth of an organism. One single creature, standing the test of time. And they just make a resemblance of wildlife here. That's all Lego. So I kind of misinterpreted what Legoland was going to be. I kind of figured it was going to be like just constant Lego structures, maybe some roller coasters, but primarily just constant Lego structures. There's a little bit of that, but primarily it is just a children's amusement park with kiddie rides and all. And yeah, it was really awkward being the only adult without a kid, but I'll still try to do a rhyme for it. Things are grand at Legoland. You can ponder how these structures were built, and you might feel some buyer's guilt. Have kids, they'll enjoy the rides. There's tons of attractions on all sides. This at Legoland. Meant to show that when I said buyer's guilt. Landscape of Florida, you just get a bunch of swamps out here. Driving by this and just had to come down here, you know, see what's hiding in there. So many of these birds. Unique news places, right? Appreciate what Florida is. A peninsula that goes down, subtropical. Started day 11, a little more overcast this morning. Last full day in Florida. Heading to Busch Gardens. No! Busch Gardens, the whole idea here is the African theme. You got Edge of Africa, Montu, Moroccan Palace, Serengeti Overlook. Regions of Africa. You got some people dressed up in face paint greeting you up front. Whole idea here, it's a zoo and an amusement park. This guy.
That's hard to say. Oh my gosh!
This one's Cookie. Yeah, for once I'm not picking the animal's name. Yeah, it's already part of the zoo. Apparently it used to be somebody's pet. They couldn't keep it. Mr. Squirrel, I don't think you want to be here. I hope it's not a common thing for squirrels to get in the cheetah habitat. That would not end well. To our house cats here, right? Yeah. They were just cuddling together, and now they're just annoyed to see us all here. Sunbathing. They're definitely cats. And here's the great Moroccan Palace Eater. Oh, and a bit of info I picked up from the zookeepers here. I guess it's a myth that apes can do sign language. Huh. They say that, yeah, they can mimic the signs, but they have no way of knowing what they're really saying. Yeah. Guess you never know. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I mean, how can we know? Know your royalty, just go into the bathroom here.
And now, New has returned to this barren land, and the Snake King shall reign once more.
This behemoth is what I just got off of. Great Snake's Curse. But nope, the signs they give of wait time in the lines are a goddamn lie.
Maybe the color. I don't know. Maybe he recognizes the color.
Come back up to the What is this, a meerkat?
It's a lemur.
Lemur. They run very true.
Exactly like in the movie. Yeah, they run the same way too, or they act the same way.
I think it might
I'm used to seeing these kind of ducks out here. But yeah, so there's a Mardi Gras section of this park. And yeah, and then next is the bird aviary. This is the next giant we shall conquer. I am Guatemala. I think that's the biggest roller coaster I ever went on. A mighty fine blast it was. Yep, still here in the Mardi Gras section. Hey, had a parade going by earlier, but it was too far away to get a good shot from it from the line. Well, here's some people dressed up. They're a bird area. There aren't enough interesting wild birds in this state, but yeah. Now look at this guy, he's got a mohawk and seems out of breath. Hey there. Just find an excuse for a big one. Here's their open area. People are eating them and everything on, and he'll just come right up to you. Look at the size on this one. Imagine running into that wire along the Everglades. These ones are preparing for war. Show me a battle cry. This one's just had a long day and about to take a nap. I was on its back a second ago. This one just looks like it's confused and just got up. You see these wild birds too just come into the enclosure. The flamingos are fine with it. Some flamingos could fly though. Their wings are clipped or some shit, so they won't leave. Guess this is why they call it Busch Gardens. Maybe. This is a real map of the park. See how they try to base it on certain areas of Africa, but also there's other places too. Well, so they don't really label that they have Australia, but there was one. Also there's the Serengeti. Caught a glimpse of that. That was with the more open enclosures. You can explore that by train or by sky ride, but the sky ride's closed today. What a day at Busch Gardens theme park. So many animals. You may hear a squawk, roar, bark. Go out and see them all in the Serengeti. I can assure you that they're ready. Lines are long, but you gotta stay strong. Try the Tigress, Florida's tallest coaster launch. Or just go to the cafe and take a munch. There's With a Mighty Drop and rides that'll spin like a top. What don't it got? You'll wait a lot. Just wait till the last hour. Then take rides like a shower. I'm trying to keep these rhyming, but yeah, I mean, the last hour of the day you can just re-ride something 10 times. Do that. Come on a Saturday when they're open till 8 and you can just ride something 10 times at the end of the day. That's what I did. And here's the start of day 12. Got a 10-hour drive up to Huntsville, Alabama today. Only heading out of Florida. You know, this is the longest straight continuous time I've spent in a state other than Wisconsin since I was a little kid. I went on some 10-day trips to Arizona back then, but other than that, I only stayed like for single weeks at my sister's house in California, so this is a long time for me to spend in one state, other than my home state. One more bizarre type of bird to see here in Florida. Yeah, I was thinking those were turkeys for a second, but no, they gotta be ducks. It's because, you know, the red on their faces. Why did the red-faced ducks cross the road? They won't cross it without a ride. Signs all over, and I just wanted to see it. The Florida Citrus Center. This will be my last landmark of Florida. How many of these? Elegant Todd has. Where Florida tourists should go. I mean, yeah. Want a good souvenir? Come here. Oh, honestly, this is some shell art you can appreciate. This is the most close and personal we'll get with alligators. They do tell you gotta keep your distance from the kayaks and the Everglades. Looks like they're playing leapfrog. They're kind of ominous. Like, they just do look like they're plotting something. They barely even moved though, man. Yeah. And I'm here in Georgia. First time in 9 days that I'm on the other side of the Florida border. Even signs saying as you leave, please come back soon. Thank you for visiting. View one of these little Georgia towns I've been driving through. Definitely feels historic. Well, Alabama, my 38th state. Piece of history here, they got Confederate White House. Huh. Here's Birmingham, Alabama City. Let's say, a lot of one-way streets in this state. And coming in, I was thinking the whole place was just going to be completely rural, but nope. They definitely do got some cities. And this is the last hotel room of the trip. Looks good enough. I usually do have luck with Days Inn. They're always the cheapest ones, so yeah, I mean, if you're traveling, I recommend it. One last look at Athens, Alabama. Right, 13th and final day. Got 5 states to drive through today. That is, alright, once I get out of here, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, and finally get home to Wisconsin. It is freezing here. Be even worse when I go further north. Well, now we're off. And I'm out of Alabama. my 38th state. I'd give the architecture an above average rate. That's for the churches and buildings that are in the town. But in the country, a lot of things are run down. Still, every road will have a hill, and pine trees and grass, you'll get your fill. History of the Confederate. So, check it out or you'll regret it. Here in Cave City in Kentucky, I've entered the land of dinosaurs. Well, I can tell we're definitely not in Florida anymore. In the 80s, every day I was in Florida. Yeah, and this is just Kentucky. We're not in Wisconsin yet. Way to learn what these creatures really were. Meat eaters. Like the amphibians of before. Dinosaurs came in so many shapes and sizes. You know, something like this, like you could just see how it just turn its head around in confusion. Just like trying to explore things. I think they're cute. I'd keep one as a pet. Sure, why not? Now we're getting to the more vicious, aggressive stuff. Like, I mean, yeah, like you could keep one of these, but, you know, as in, you know, keep it outside. Just keep it, have it guard you from the outside. Don't let it in your house. Just watch how the snow drips off these things. Honestly, this just looks like a wholesome family here. They seem chill, their faces, they wouldn't hurt nobody. Like, they don't even know what's going on, they just know. Blow a perimeter around the young. You ain't getting shit. So, pterodactyls were usually only like 30 inches long. It's kind of disappointing. I would have assumed they were giants. That's how the snow collects on these things. It's like nature's art. Nature and man-made combined. This is probably what inspired Land Before Time. These look more like birds. They probably had feathers. I think if some dinosaurs had feathers, that doesn't mean they all did, but these ones probably did. Hey there. So, this park does clarify this is an imaginary creature. Nothing like this ever existed. Well, we don't know that for sure, though. In this large. We don't know that for sure. It just has a big jaw. Kind of gives the vibe that it'll give a speech. These ones just look like angry little alien soldiers. Though this one gives more of an alien vibe. These ones give the more kinder, gentler vibe. Oh, I was right. They call this one the Good Mother. This one gives more of a hunched over old person vibe. This one might do boxing. Stands up for it. The beast has noticed us. These are the real behemoths here. How they even made these things. Leaves beware. This is the visitor center at Abraham Lincoln's birthplace.
Thank you so much. You guys were so pleasant.
All the history of these steps. They will lead. And here it is. The log cabin where the man who won the Civil War was birthed. Preserved eternally right here. At Lincoln's Birth National Historical Park. And how's that for President's Day? This is the place where America's finances are kept. Fort Knox. Never did a Kentucky poem, so here we go. Lincoln's birthplace, sure to bring joy to your face. You can experience Fort Knox, a cave or a dinosaur. Certainly not a bore. You don't encounter rich history, you're unlucky in the state of Kentucky. After 13 days in 8 states, I'm back to work. Till the next adventure.